What can we learn about connection from a stammering, beardy, nature-loving, cake-obsessed, wildlife-conserving, social media-addicted photographer, videographer, and ambivert? Well, not long ago I realised that everything I do and have done for nearly all my life is about connection. We understand, perhaps more clearly than ever right now, that connection in the physical world can enable something bad, like a highly contagious virus, to travel incredibly fast and do people enormous harm. But we should not forget that connection can also allow us to spread positivity and kindness throughout the world faster than ever. What's being called social distancing is maybe nothing of the sort. We certainly are physically distancing, but perhaps we are socially converging, because the more we connect with an ethos of giving and positivity, the more the ripples of kindness can spread. We now have a fantastic opportunity to bring our hearts and minds together when our bodies must stay far apart. So let me tell you a story about how nearly everything I've ever done has been about connection. You might find some of it applies to you as well. I'll take you from molecular science to a zebra on a mountaintop, and from the UK to Nepal and South Africa. I've always struggled with connecting to other people, having had a stammer ever since I could talk. Maybe that's why, at school in the soft Dorset countryside, I found solace and connection with the natural world. Spending hours walking through the woods, I felt both a sense of deep calm and fizzing energy. It's my natural habitat. Maybe I'm one of J.R.R. Tolkien's Ents. Some people do call me Treebeard. I was given a camera at the age of 8, and the pictures from my first roll of film were pretty good. I definitely had an eye. From that moment, I was addicted to photography. It was a way that I could communicate and connect with other people. At the same time, I fell in love with science. From the fact the oxygen you just breathed in could have been a dinosaur's left eyeball, to how bees communicate with each other by dancing in the hive. I didn't know it then, but science allowed me to see how connected we all are as species on this amazing planet. I'd always been a bit of a book nerd, from David Attenborough to Agatha Christie, Charles Darwin to Leonard Dayton. As a boy, I read nearly every book in our house. Books gave me a love of storytelling and a voracious passion for words that allows me to spread positivity and connection many decades later with 5 good things. My love of nature, science and books culminated with doing environmental science at university, a way to understand how we are all connected with the planet, how we are harming it and harming ourselves. But I did feel by the end that academia was disconnected with the real world, and I wanted to do something more practical. I ended up working in local government, trying to get community groups, charities, businesses and public organisations to connect, to make the environment and society a better and more equitable place. But again, I felt I was getting nowhere. So I headed for the mountains. Working for 18 months doing humanitarian and education work in Nepal gave me a deeper understanding of how people in absolute poverty struggle to survive. I learned the value of gratitude and simplicity, a plate of rice or a battery for a radio to connect with the BBC World Service. Then, over 3 years, I helped to set up a 50 square mile nature reserve in South Africa. I was often alone in nature at its most elemental. Once in a blizzard, reaching the top of a mountain plateau, I found a single zebra staring at me. I stared back. It ran off, but that raw connection with nature can be exhilarating. Once back in the UK, having moved to a new town, I struggled to connect with people, as my stammer made me afraid in new social situations. And I'm not an introvert either, I'm an ambivert, gaining energy from groups of people and from being on my own. But it was a tough time. Then I bought my first computer and Twitter came to my rescue. I could chat with people all over the world. I loved it, especially because I can type quicker than I can talk. Social media became a great connector. Facebook for friends and family, Instagram for fellow creatives, and LinkedIn for local business contacts. Moving way out of my comfort zone, I persevered with face-to-face networking for business and to connect with other creatives. I founded the Stratford Clicks photography group with Sally Crane and the Creative Cake Storm events with the support of business coach Linda Holt. And however hard I find it speaking, I do miss that face-to-face connection right now. And it was Linda who helped me to figure out that the reason I do everything I do is about connection. Whether it's the commercial photography and video work to help organizations to connect with the people who they can serve, or the art photography I do, helping to connect people with the natural world, and my weekly 5 good things to help people to connect to positivity. On a personal level, growing vegetables and fruit and having chickens for eggs at home helps to connect me with food we all need to survive and thrive. And I find meditating helps me to connect with the reality of the moment. Does any of that make any sense to you? How much of what you do is all about connecting with other people, other forms of life and the planet, or with your deeper self? To me, the more you connect with all your senses, with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your body, with all your experiences, with all your wisdom, with all of your failings, is the essence of love. As a group of four-tousled Liverpudlians once warbled, all we need is love, and love is all we need. And love is connection. So with love, thank you for listening. I don't know about you, but I could use a cuppa and a piece of cake. But before you go, just one more thing. We connect with one person at a time, even broadcasting like at this PechaKucha event. I'm speaking directly into your brain. Yes, you with the headphones on. Yes, you with a cheeky second glass of wine. Yes, you sitting there in your pants. So write down this heading. How can I connect today? And put your trousers on and get connected.